situationships that we've been talking about. This one's related to this episode, like all of these questions are. But this is another one of those popular questions, which is, how do you know when the person you're dating is not into you or is playing hard to get? Mm-hmm.
Situationships. That is the worst term in dating, I think.
Yes. I love that that's even a question. That is this person really not into me, or they're just so into me that they're making an effort to show that they're not into me? Like, how can these two situations be on the same plane? I don't even know. So this question in itself bothers me to no extent because I've been here a million times. I've asked the exact same thing. But ultimately, I think the answer is, how does this person make you feel? If you feel like you're not desired or wanted, or this person is even making time to be with you, it doesn't matter if they're playing hard to get or they're not into you, because they're not meeting your needs. And so this question is a moot point.
Yes, I was going to say it almost doesn't matter. And I think, too, it's, do you want someone that you can't text? Yeah. I think I always thought about that when, women aren't supposed to text back or initiate texts or wait 3 days or all the stupid BS. Do you want someone that you are thinking about when you should plan your text message? Yep. I don't. Is that the type of person you want in a relationship? Because I think early dating, yes, you don't know the person as well, and everyone's kind of on their best behavior a little. But I think the more real you can be in early stage dating, the less surprises there are once things actually develop. And I think it doesn't almost matter if it's coming from a place of them playing hard to get, or just, be in a bad time. I think people play up timing so much that they're busy, there's something going on in their life. It almost doesn't matter. The reality is they're not giving you the time you need right this minute. Mm-hmm. That's the reality, whether they like you or not. So I personally think if you aren't getting what you need from someone, it's sharing that. And if they just don't like you, then it will be like, okay, well, they either ghost you or they say that, it wasn't a fit or whatever. And if they did like you, then on the pro side, it could snap them into better behavior. And then on at the minimum, they could at least reach out later, or, maybe it's just not a fit because you're not compatible of how you view relationships and time.
Think about it. Your early dating stages are to observe if that person would make a good partner for when you're in a relationship. So why would it make sense to not text someone or have someone not text you because they're playing hard to get be a good indicator of them being a good partner later in life? Because do you really want to be with someone who takes 3 days to text you back because they're trying to win you over? No, it doesn't. Relationships don't work like that. And if you have to play games to be with someone, your entire relationship will be a fucking game, and no one wins in that. I remember in New York when I was obsessed with that guy that broke my heart, we had a revisit a year later or something. And I remember I just poured my heart out to him, and he couldn't reciprocate. He couldn't say any of the words back. And that night when I went back to my place and he went back to his, as soon as he left and I went back into my apartment, someone tried to break into my apartment. Someone was trying to open the door, and I heard them like trying to key my door. And I couldn't text or call that guy because I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to come on too strong. Like, I really need him in this moment. And then I thought, this is a moment when you do need someone. That was really fucking scary. So I ended up calling 911, which is, you should do that anyway. But it would have been nice to have someone that I could rely on. And it was so telling that that was not the person.
Yeah. I think, though, it's good that you poured your heart out. I think a lot of people question, should I do it, or should I just kind of wait and also play hard to get and see what happens? But I think, like we're saying, wouldn't you rather just know? I think, because if you know, okay, if let's say they really are playing hard to get, or they're not sure how you feel, that gives them permission to be like, I feel the same way.
Yes.
If they don't feel that way, it's going to suck in the moment, but you're not going to spend another 3 months or 6 months or however long wondering. And I think it's really hard to date other people when that person's in your mind still. So as much as it will sting, knowing and using that knowledge and making that mental like cutoff to move forward is so important.
I hate that. I hate being stuck in that stage. I'd rather just know. Just tell me.
Definitely. Definitely. Even like when I would go on like 1 or 2 dates, I'm like, I'd rather be the one that reaches out to learn that it's not a fit than to wait by my phone and, you know, play the game. Like, who has time for that? Because that just allows you to move on and meet someone that's not doing any of that shit.
Yeah, better use of your time. And don't forget, if you find that someone's playing hard to get with you, that is not necessarily a good thing. It means they're trying to win you over. It doesn't mean that they like you. It just means they're trying to win this pageant. So fuck them. They can go win another pageant if they want to. You're not a contestant here.
It means that they're not ready for a relationship is what it means. So you're going to find that out in 3 months. Once they finally get you, then it will be over. So it's like you might as well move on to someone that's ready.